everyone, welcome back. And welcome back to the Signature Moves portion of our show, where we're going to bring back DC Don Culp, and he's going to take us through how to defend ourselves on the street. Specifically in this scenario, we're at a club, somebody's coming after us. DC, come on out, brother. Don't hurt me now. Don't hurt me.
Promise I
It's all love. It's all love. So, DC, we're at the club, and I'm antagonizing you. This is the first scenario. I'm coming at you. What do you do?
Okay, so obviously if you're coming at me with some form of threat, I want to try to avoid that. So my first self-defense move is to avoid conflict at all costs. Walk away, run away, no shame in that whatsoever. If I don't have an opportunity to easily walk away or run away, I'm going to try to stop you and create some space. So you come up this close, I step back. Now look at the distance just by a simple step back. This is called a cat stance, by the way, a low cat stance, Niko Dashi. My hands come up, notice my shoulders come up, my chin drops down. So from here, if I had to, I could strike because I'm loaded and ready to go. There's no indicator. It's called striking from the point of origin. But I don't want to strike, I want to diffuse. So spiritually, I'm sending out energy out of my hand, key energy, good energy, please. I don't want any trouble. I would even use that word, please, man. There's no need for this, it's cool, but I have distance. If you took one more step, I would probably still step back. Really, brother, it's cool. But now I'm looking for an escape route if there's one to be had. So I'm trying to avoid by keeping distance, all right? But I'm not foolish. If I know you're going to come after me or I see your friends coming around and this is going to get physical, I'm not going to wait for you to attack. I'm going to be first. So again, same scenario. My hands are up like this. I don't want any trouble, man. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the angle and strike off that angle. I'm not going to strike you. Even though I could probably beat you to the punch, there's a very good chance you might turn your head away and I miss, or you throw your hands up, or even if I tag you, you come right back. I've seen it happen many times on the ropes. Guy hits that guy with a good shot. The guy's done, he just swings back, knocks that dude out.
So this necessarily isn't a signature move. This is more like a signature philosophy.
That's right. Correct? Right. The signature moves would be what you do with the shift, but you got to shift first. Position, then attack. This is not a good striking position. I don't care what you say. Even though I could get some strikes off, it's going to be best if I could drop into some type of a stance or get some type of a positioning. And we're a little far away from each other too now. So if I just make a quick shift, now I'm in a solid stance. I have an array of weapons that I could use from here just from that shift. Also, not to mention that if I cut the angle, I might even just use an open hand strike to ring your bell, and then I'm out the door. Because again, I don't want to necessarily...
So you just have to stun me?
Absolutely, okay. Yeah. Stun you, then I'm out the door.
Now, I throw a punch?
Right. You throw a punch. Well, let's do it from that scenario. So I don't want any trouble, man. So you attack, I cut the angle. Much easier than staying straight. Now look at my options.
I'm off balance?
Yeah, I would utilize boxing. My closest weapon, my jab, maybe the cross, maybe a kick from here, maybe some type of an arm bar, something like that. Yeah, right? But it puts you in such a better position. Right. Let's just look at the same thing, throw the punch, and I stay here. Okay? Now, exactly. Most people do not throw one punch. Street fighters, you know,
wild.
And you know what? It's interesting. As a trained martial artist, awkward punches are the ones that catch us the most. I yell at my students when they throw wild punches, so they're throwing clean punches. We get used to seeing good technique. When someone's coming at you like this, it's weird, and sometimes it catches you, even a skilled
practice. You're not used to seeing it.
Right. So it's the train and the train track philosophy. If you're a train coming at me, I can try to run away, you'll run me over. I could try to lay down. Those are foolish. If you're walking toward me as a train, I just step off the track. Understand?
Yes, sir.
But if you attack me first, I do like to try to cut the angle back a little bit. Only because if you're throwing a hook punch like on this side, and I might walk right into it. So if you didn't strike, I'm comfortable going right to the side. Right. Okay? By the way, we call this the red zone. But it's not just my red zone, it's your red zone. Yeah. Now I call this the yellow zone. Your yellow zone, guess what zone it is for me? My red zone.
That's a red zone.
And this is even a little better. This is like my green zone, because I'm clear.
I can't even see what you're doing.
But this is my red zone for you. That's correct. So if you attacked first, even I saw a flash of movement, I'm going to try to get a little angle back, right? And you would probably be lunging, so you're actually closing the gap yourself. Right, so I'm right there for my shot.
So I'm feeding into what you want me to do.
That's right. And then the footwork quickly is a shift. So if I needed to go in, I can utilize that energy, kind of like bouncing off the rope, so to speak. So you should practice things like where you just cut angles and get in good positions. It's very much like kata. You know, Masayama said, you don't become good at kumite till you become good at kata. Masayama was one of the greatest fighters of all time. It makes sense to me because kata movements work on stances and balance and coordination. And if you're talking about this philosophy, you're making me shift pretty aggressively. If I shifted and lost my balance, what good is that? So I got to be able to shift quickly and maybe even jump and land in a good stance and be ready to start firing, but accurately.
So what you're saying is for the kids out there and adults to practice your katas because they have real-life application.
Absolutely, absolutely. The backflips and stuff, maybe not so much, but they're impressive. But good old-fashioned kata, with strong technique, that serves itself well in these types of scenarios.
And these are things people can expect going to your dojo, am I correct?
Absolutely, yeah. We talk a lot about self-defense for the preservation of peace. If I have to hurt somebody, I will do it, if it means me getting hurt. Contain rather than hurt rather than maim rather than kill rather than be killed.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much, DC.
My honor.
I appreciate you, and I hope you check out Don Culp's training facility in North Kingstown. And everybody, just so you know out there, competitive fighting is different from on the street. In competitive fighting, you have two people and the rules are established and they're going to head within those rules. On the street, anything goes, and that requires a different skill set, and you have to be prepared for that. Mike Petrarca signing off. Signature moves with DC Don Culp. I need a bit of an ice pack after you drop me, though. If you would like to learn more about Hanshi Don Culp, or if you're interested in training at his dojo, his doors are always open at 220 Old Baptist Road in North Kingston, Rhode Island. Or you can visit him on the web at donculp.net or call 401-885-9774.